Eddie Wright's wife, Cody, has to help him tuck in his shirt before he gets his picture taken because he lost both his hands to a rocket-propelled grenade in Iraq in 2004.
At first I looked at my hands and I was like, damn, both of them?
He spent a year and a half at Walter Reed, much of it with his mother at his side, an expense the family couldn't afford. We were there in 2005 when a charity called the Semper Fi Fund presented him with a check to shore up his finances.
I hope that this will help you out with some of your expenses.
Sure does, thank you.
He became the first double amputee to return to active duty in the Marine Corps, teaching martial arts.
I didn't want to be a charity case, I wanted to actually be a productive Marine.
That was Eddie Wright in 2005. Here he is today.
I don't want to be a charity case, and I still don't.
He got on with his life, going to school, father to 3 children, but couldn't escape his terrible wounds.
I've also had, at times when needed, people step up, and like the Semper Fi Fund, and help me out when I was in a bind.
His biggest bind was in his marriage. His wife, Cody, had to bear the brunt of anger he couldn't control, especially after he left the Marines.
Of all the things the Semper Fi Fund has done, the marriage counseling is the best.
Tell me if I'm prying, but was your marriage in trouble?
What it all boiled down to, losing your hands, I do have a little anger and other feelings, that accompany it, and I do a good job concealing that underneath the surface, but unfortunately I've taken it out on my wife,
Anger at what?
I'm angry because my career got cut short, and when I say I was living my dream, I really mean it.
He is just one of the wounded Marines helped by the Semper Fi Fund, which Karen Gunther set up in May 2003. The same month, President Bush declared major combat in Iraq had come to an end.
We've given out $72 million.
And $72 million to how many different families?
Almost 9,000 service members.
You might think, as we did, her work is coming to an end. But like us, you'd be wrong.
When we started, we thought, okay, we're going to do this for a year or two. Now, 10 years later, we're still doing it. And now I'm saying it's going to be decades.
There are no more Eddie Wrights coming home from Iraq, but the wages of war still must be paid. David Martin, CBS News, New York.